This video will describe how to access and download GIS data from the Kansas Data Access and Support Center, also known as DASC Kansas. For demonstration purposes, Internet Explorer will be utilized as the browser, but please feel free to use whatever internet browser you so choose. The only thing to keep in mind is that your browser may behave a little differently at some point when it comes to downloading the data onto your computer, but that is not an insurmountable problem. Just please be aware of how your browser does things. Now, to get to the site, there are two ways to do it. For a search on the browser, if you type in DASC Kansas, the first result that you should be getting should be the right one. As you see here in this example here, that's where we want to go. However, if you want to type in the address directly, it is www.kansasgis.org or www.kansasgis.org. And let's go there. Welcome to the State of Kansas GIS Data Access and Support Center. The next thing you're going to have to do is you're going to have to register for this site, and to do that you go up here in the upper right hand side, you'll see register, and so please go ahead and do that, and I have no doubt you'll be able to handle that on your own. Let me type in mine. Login and password, and I'm logging in. Okay, and you should see your name in the upper right hand side once you've successfully logged in. Now, the majority of GIS data accessible from this site is found through this tab here called Catalog. If you click on Catalog, you'll see that there is this table of contents showing all the different categories of GIS data. And it would be to your benefit to just peruse through, opening up various different categories of GIS data and seeing what they have. A lot of good things here. Now, what if, for demonstration purposes, we said that we really wanted demographic information about the various counties of Kansas, but also we actually want the GIS layer that identifies the geographic shapes and area of the counties of the state of Kansas. Well, looking through all these different categories here, you'll see that there's one that says Census Demographics. And once we open that up, you'll find that there are a variety of layers available. Quite a few of these layers that you'll find on DASC will have the icons that have been created by the ESRI Corporation that identify points, lines, and polygons. So that makes things a bit easier when it comes to noting what kind of data you're looking at. Now, we talked about counties, and here's a layer called County, so logically let's go ahead and click on it. The DASC site provides a lot of data that there are times when you're going to look at the name of a certain layer of information and you're going to ask yourself, is this what I really want? Well, you could always download it and then just simply see if that's what you wanted. But another thing you can do too is looking at these tabs that are associated with any layer that you click on. You'll see data description, preview, file download, services, metadata. So again, a lot of good stuff on this site. But let me draw your attention to metadata. If you're not quite sure what the data is all about, or if it's what you want, click on metadata and you have a lot of descriptive information that is available to you if you just click on the different categories. So it is useful. So let's just say we really know it, counties is what we want. So the next step is to actually download. And you'll see that there's a tab here identified as file downloads. Go ahead and click on it. Now, on this site, it's not uncommon to see data broken down into different categories, whether it be geographic, if you're going to break things down and in whatever geographic manner that you want, or for instance, in this example that you see here, there are different flavors of the layers, if I could use that scientific term. For instance, here it says 2010 included demographic data, 2013 no demographic data. So there are slight differences in the data set, so please just beware of that. And since we want demographic data included into our GIS layer, the very top one is what we want. So clicking on the layer that you want to download and capture, click on it, and through Internet Explorer, this is the way it does it. I click on it, and I'm going to click on Save As, and it's going to want to take it to the file on my computer or the location that I've set up for the download. And this is where, with your browser, if it's different from Internet Explorer, it might be doing something quite different. It might be suddenly saying, okay, I'm downloading it, and then you might look at your browser and say, hey, where did you download it to? This is where you're going to have to just be knowledgeable as to what your browser does when it comes to downloading. So again, it won't take you a few minutes to figure out where that's at. So here I'm going to put it in a particular folder that I set up, and then I click on Save, and it downloads. And that's all it takes to access and download GIS data from the DASC site. However, though, please note that, for instance, for example purposes, this data was zipped. That is compressed format for the file, and there's something else you'll have to do once you, well, in order for it to be useful within ArcGIS. So just please keep that in mind. Another thing to keep in mind is download time. There's some files that they're just going to be really small, and it's going to be seemingly instantaneous when it comes to the data download time. And there might be others where it might take maybe 2 or 3 minutes. So just please be patient and realize that not all files are alike.